What's up, my friends? How are you guys doing? Welcome back. Thanks for stopping in with me today. Man, guys, it has been a beautiful day so far. I hope you guys are also having a great day. Today, we are talking about a movie from 2024, directed by Mr. Kevin Costner himself, Horizon, an American Saga. Alright, guys, so I've been wanting to see this. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of Westerns. I love some good Westerns. Kevin Costner makes some of the best Westerns, right? And I've been wanting to see this since it came out in the theaters. Supposedly, it was going to be a, 2 or 3 part cinematic adventure, right? It was going to be this, epic, almost like a Lonesome Dove or something like that, but it was going to be in theaters. He left Yellowstone, which I think was probably his best work in decades. He leaves Yellowstone to go make this vanity project, and if I'm being honest, it came back to bite him in the butt. I mean, it really did. He leaves Yellowstone, great show, perfect for him. He was old Daddy Dutton, all that kind of stuff. You know, it was Godfather Bonanza. It was just, it was a really solid show. And then he gets in a tiff with the creator, showrunner, or whatever, because I've heard that Mr. Costner is a diva sometimes. Sometimes he kind of backseat directs, and it drives other directors crazy and stuff. So he, they had a falling out. He left Yellowstone. He said, well, I'm going to go make this passion project of mine. It's going to be a Western. And so I've been wanting to see it. Didn't catch it in the theaters because it's 3 hours and a couple minutes long, and so I just waited patiently for it to drop on a service, which it finally did. It dropped on Max, and I was able to finally check it out. First off, my kids have a virtual reality headset, right? And I found out that you can watch movies in the virtual reality headset. And guys, it is super cool because I watched this in the virtual reality headset, and it was basically like sitting inside a theater, and it scaled it to where the screen looked enormous, and it was really, really kind of cool. I enjoyed it. I might start watching more movies like that. But really, this is a generic Western. I was pretty disappointed in the fact that he left a phenomenal show to go make this. To go make something so... we've seen this 100 times before. We have settler family, going out, pioneers out in the West, ambushed by some Native Americans. Native Americans, do what Native Americans do. And then we spend the next part of the movie, the rest of this first chapter, with a posse hunting down rogue... I don't remember if they're Apache or Comanche or whatever they are, but they're hunting down these rogue Indians or these rogue Native Americans to, make them pay for killing these settlers or whatever. And now this is a star-studded cast. I mean, we've got, Sam Worthington, Sienna Miller, Kevin Costner. Of course, we don't see Kevin Costner for the first hour of the movie, though, because it's all set up. And I will say this, the first hour of the movie goes by very quickly. I didn't even realize I had been watching it an hour, and then I looked at my phone, and I was like, oh, wow. Or no, I hit the display button on the remote, and it showed me that I had been watching it for an hour, and I was like, man, that zipped by. But then the next 2 hours don't zip by quite as quickly. They're still good. They still have there's a lot to unpack, because there's 3 or 4 different stories going on at the same time in this. And that's kind of where Costner loses me a little bit, because we have the story of the settlers that get murdered by the Native Americans. Then we have the story of the wife who lost her husband, who's trying to make it in the Old West. And then we have the story of the military man who's trying to rein in the posse that's going after the Native Americans. And then we've got Kevin Costner's story where he's like a military man, but also kind of a mercenary. He goes to the highest bidder to guard their wagon trains and stuff, and then we have the story of the wagon train itself and all these people. It's like he took Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, The Rifleman, every Old West TV show that they ever made and tried to put it into one movie, and it was just, I feel like there was too much going on. And for 3 hours, a lot happened, but nothing happened, if you know what I mean. Because, this was setting up for Chapter 2. You know what I mean? Even at the end of this film, this felt like a made-for-TV movie or a mini-series or something. Because even at the end of the film, I'm sitting there watching, and before the credits roll, there's like a montage of things to come in the next entry in the series. And that was, I don't know, that just kind of did my head in. Because I was like, who does that? Who puts that at the end of your movie? I mean, like, have a definitive cutoff. Just, that's it. To be continued, But don't be like, oh, here's the end. Now let me show you a little bit more what's going to happen in the next ones. Because guess what, boys and girls? The next one's not getting released in theaters. They have pulled it. They pulled it from the release schedule. So Horizon American Dawn, or whatever it's called, is not going to get a sequel. And if it does, it's going to be a while. And it's going to probably just be released on a streaming service and never go to the theater. Kevin Costner shot himself in the foot by leaving Yellowstone. That's all I'm going to say. He probably doesn't feel that way, but as a fan of his, he shot himself in the foot leaving Yellowstone because he was awesome in that. He played a great character in Dutton. But then he leaves and he goes to be Warren Hayes or whoever he is in this movie, and it's not good. It's not good. It's not well put together. There's nothing that's real concise. There's no, it's not like, okay, well, this is point A to point B, and then we're going to catch up next go around. No, this felt like Kevin Costner's vanity project, his passion project, his little baby that he's been trying to make for many years, that he doesn't care if it's successful. He didn't care because he's like, I'm already famous. I've already made my money. I'm doing what I'm doing with this, and I don't care if it succeeds or not. Well, to me, it didn't. I've seen a lot of Westerns in my life, and this is nothing special. This is, in fact, I would go as far, like I said, this is a made-for-TV miniseries. This isn't a major motion picture event. This isn't some epic Western where you're going to have these, just this incredible story of reformation and redemption and all that stuff. This ain't that. This ain't that. And that's disappointing because that's what I'm looking for when I hear of Kevin Costner in a Western. I'm looking for that epic Dances with Wolves. I'm looking for Wyatt Earp. I'm looking for anything where it feels like there's something going on, like it's powerful, like there's a message, there's an actual deep, complex story being told. This is the most superficial, surface level horse caca I've ever seen from Kevin Costner. So, guys, I'm going to give Horizon and American Saga 2.5 out of 5 stars because it could have been so much better, and I don't think that Kevin Costner really has the pizzazz, the eye, whatever you want to call it. I don't think he has what it takes to make an epic Western anymore. He's old, he's older. He was doing great in Yellowstone. I think I think he's kind of lost it. You know what I mean? I don't think he's making good career decisions. So, anyway, guys, if you want to watch Horizon and American Saga on a streamer, it is on Max right now. You can check it out. Go over there. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to because somebody may really enjoy it, but for me, it was a little bit lackluster, like I said. Anyway, guys, that's it for this installment. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like my reviews, by all means, please like and subscribe. And as always, guys, I'm going to keep making them as long as you guys keep watching them. God bless you, my friends, and I will see you soon.